Hey! In this video I'm going to be sharing with you my favourite clothes to wear hiking, so stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be going over my favourite clothes that I wear hiking. So I'll be going top to toe and covering other little odd things for colder weather and sleeping as well. I'll link to everything I can in the description box. However, some of the things that I have are a few seasons old, so I'm not sure that you can still get the exact thing, but you might be able to find some sort of equivalent. Alright, so the first thing I'll mention is a hat. I always wear a hat. It's usually, well, my favourite is just a Hurley cap, but that's just a personal preference thing. I've usually got some sort of hat or a visor in the car, so but if I can think of it, then I'll grab my favourite blue Hurley hat. Next on the list is a bra. So I've just stumbled across this one from Icebreaker. It's sort of more of a traditional sports bra, and it's using their new cool light kind of design or stitching, I guess it is. I was using just the smaller Icebreaker sports bras, but this one's just more of a traditional kind of shape. It's more comfy and you've still got your little comfy pad things in there so you don't high beam everyone. So yes, I am loving this sports bra at the moment. I used to always hike in long sleeve tops. I'll still do that if I know it's going to be a pretty cold day, but otherwise I just wear a little Icebreaker merino wool t-shirt. This is just one of their basic designs. Don't know if you can see that. I love merino wool. It doesn't get as stinky as most other kinds of materials. It's natural, it's warm, it's moisture wicking, and you can usually get a couple of uses out of these before needing to wash them. So that goes for pretty much any merino wool type of clothing I've found. Yeah, I just love it. But yeah, usually I'm hiking in this Icebreaker t-shirt. If it is a cold day, then I will opt for a long sleeve. And this is, again, Icebreaker merino wool long sleeve top. It's also got their cool light thing. You can sort of tell the difference between the stitching of the fabric. It's got a bit of a different pattern to it, and I'm assuming that just adds to its breathability. This one's a sporty one because it's got the racing stripe down the back. Not that you see that when wearing a pack, but anyway. So yeah, this top is super comfortable, and same thing, merino, so it doesn't really get stinky like a lot of the other things. And I have the option of rolling up my sleeves or wearing them down if it's cooler in this. Now if it's really cold or I'm just starting off in the morning and I haven't warmed up yet, I will have my fleece on. I love this fleece. I've had this for a long time now. It's the North Face, and it's just a simple basic fleece hoodie. I love the fact that it's got a hood. It's got pockets, so usually when I'm cold hiking along in the morning, I'll have my hands in my pockets hiking along. And this usually gets kind of covered in little down feathers because I'll usually sleep in this as well. So, but yes, love my little North Face fleece. Another thing that I'll wear in the mornings, or if it comes over really cold, is my fingerless gloves, just for a bit of extra warmth. These are Icebreaker merino wool gloves. super light. I usually just have these rolled up in my hip belt pocket so I can quickly put them on, and then when my hands warm up I can take them off, put them back away. If I stop and get cold again, I can grab them out and put them back on. I went for fingerless gloves just so I could actually, you know, feel more of what I'm touching, what I'm doing, and they're just enough to sort of give my hands a bit of warmth. So yeah, fingerless gloves. Of course, if it's raining, I'm gonna want a raincoat on. So this is a fairly new one. Can't really say that I absolutely love it yet. I went with Kathmandu again because my last raincoat was a Kathmandu Gore-Tex raincoat and I absolutely loved it. It was the best. It lasted me a few seasons. Eventually I just couldn't get it to be waterproof. I tried everything, but yeah, it just wasn't waterproof anymore, so I had to buy a new one. My last Kathmandu one was so pretty as well. It was pink and purple, and Kathmandu don't have any pretty colours like that at the moment, so I went with this one. This was probably the nicer blue colour that they had on offer. I haven't worn this in decent rain yet. I've just had it on during light sprinkles and showers, so I don't really know how it'll go yet, but I mean it is meant to be a proper waterproof raincoat, so hopefully it is just that. Alright, now for the bottom half. I have a pile of my favourite knickers here. They are Icebreaker merino wool knickers. So again, I love these for all the reasons that I've already said, but they're just in knicker form. Go Icebreaker. I usually hike in shorts. I just like to not have pants on my legs. Just the feeling annoys me when I'm hiking along. Even though sometimes I do end up getting my legs pretty scratched up depending on the trail, but you know, whenever it all heals, that's something I'm willing to deal with on the rare occasion that it happens. The types of shorts that I hike in are all this general style, the sports short with the tight shorts built into them. This pair, however, is my favourite. They're the most comfortable. They don't move around when I hike, they just stay put. There's no pocket in these ones though, so I do have to find somewhere else easily accessible for my phone. But other than that, these are perfect. They're Adidas, Climachill. These are fairly old now as well. I don't know if you'd be able to get these exact ones, but yeah, like I said, I've got a few different kinds of shorts, but they're all this general style. So yeah, I prefer to have the short tights in underneath to stop chafing, and just the baggy short over top just to make it more comfortable. If I know it's going to be a cold day, along with my long sleeve top, I will wear these Icebreaker merino wool. There's sort of a 3/4 length type, and these have a little pocket which just manages to fit my phone, which is good. These are really comfortable to hike in, and being merino wool, they don't, you know, it takes a few wears for them to need a wash, so this type of thing is good for traveling with as well. But yeah, really comfy and a bit of extra warmth in the legs. It kind of seems like I'm sponsored by Icebreaker or something, but I'm not, I swear. I just love Icebreaker clothes. Down to my feet, I will have Injinji toe socks. I have heaps of pairs of just these exact little ankle toe socks, black. Yeah, I mainly wear these just to stop my toes from rubbing. I used to sometimes get some hot spots and blisters on my toes because they would cross over each other, like lap over and rub. So I'll always hike in toe socks now. Yeah, like I said, I have a few pairs of these. I like the Injinji ones. I haven't come across another brand of toe socks yet, so I'll just keep buying these ones. I've got a longer pair of Injinji toe socks and also a couple of thicker pairs as well. But usually, even if it's cold, I don't even think about it. I just grab these. But yeah, for me, these Injinji toe socks are a must. Okay, so that's the head to toe of everything that I hike in. I've just got a few extra mentionables. So when I get to camp and I start to cool down, that's when I'll usually put on my beanie. Any beanie will do, but I usually use this one because I made it and I like it and it's nice and warm. So I'll pack that in my little clothes dry bag, and yeah, when after I've set my camp up and I'm starting to cool down, I will bust this out, and I'll usually sleep with this on as well. Another thing I use when it's cold at night, and I sometimes sleep with it on, is a neck gaiter or a buff. I've got this one here from, it's actually a South Australian business, Groovy Gaitors. Everything's handmade, and I've also got the gaiters that matches this pattern. I wear them all the time. You've probably seen them on my last few videos. So yeah, love her stuff, Groovy Gaitors, check them out. I'll leave the links below. My next thing is one of my favourite hiking things, my Puffy. I've had this for a while now. I think you can still get this one though. I'll have a look, and if you can, I'll leave the link to it. I love it. Kathmandu, it's a part of their XT range. It doesn't have a hood, which doesn't really bother me because, like I said, I've usually got my beanie on and I'll have my fleece hood over that if it's really cold, so that's enough for me. But yeah, I love this Puffy. This is so warm. It's down, I think it's 800 fill, super light, and it can pack down. I think it packs down into its own pocket, but I never do that. I just shove it down in my pack. Do love my Puffy. Last couple of things are things that I sleep in, which is just thermals, and you probably guessed it, icebreaker merino wool thermals. I've just got a long sleeve top and tights in the, I think it's the thickest ones that they make, and they're amazing. On my last overnight hike, I actually wore 2 pairs of thermals because I thought it was going to be really cold, and it wasn't that cold. But I had some Kathmandu Ultra Core thermals on underneath because they're like skin tight thermals, and my icebreaker merino wool thermals are pretty tight but not as skin tight, so I had them pulled on over top and I was toasty warm. And the last thing that I sleep in and that I'll mention is bed socks. I have super thick bed socks. I think they're called feet heaters, I think I just got them from Target, and they're just for sleeping in, so I'll keep them in my clothes dry bag down the bottom and put them on for bedtime to keep my feet toasty warm. So there's a few extra things there. Obviously I don't hike in all those things, you know, the warm things that I put on when I get to camp, but I just wanted to mention them as well. You know, things like my Puffy that I love, and I think everyone should have some sort of a warm layer like that as well. So they are my favourite clothes to hike in. I hope you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, take it easy or get out hiking.